Hi there, and welcome to part two of Alpha Training number one. In part one, we built the launch blueprint by answering those three really important questions that help us to understand what our vision is and then to create a packed goal. Now, you should receive an email that looks very similar to what you see here in front of you. You'll get an email from me from hello@oneclickcreator.ai. So, this is an example of what it will look like. Once you get this email, you will have your own custom app blueprint here with this link. So what I'm going to show you in this training is how to use ChatGPT to actually get information for your app concept, get different ideas for your logo, for branding, for a name, anything that you want. I highly recommend you using this launch blueprint as a resource. So this is what it will look like. If you open it up, it is going to be a Notion. If you have a Notion account, that's great. You can add it there. But this is your launch blueprint. So you'll see different phases, you'll see deliverables, and this is just something to get you started and give you an idea of how to move forward, because so often creators and entrepreneurs, they really don't know where to begin. And you see here, you also have your vision statement and packed goals so that you know exactly what you're focused on. So what I recommend you do is actually turn this into a PDF. You can also copy and paste this into ChatGPT, which is what we're going to be using in a moment. You can use any AI model of your choice, but the goal here is to have AI help us with the branding elements and also for our landing page copy, because after this training, in part 3 and 4, we're going to be working on actually building the landing page. So if we can get copy that's generated by ChatGPT to help us, that'll be really great. So there's a couple ways we can do this. We can highlight this entire page and just copy it and paste it right into ChatGPT. But another thing you can do, because you can actually upload files into ChatGPT, so what we can do here is actually turn this into a PDF, which is really great. So I'm just going to right click and then click print here, and this will allow me to actually save this document as a PDF. Okay, so now that I have my PDF saved, I'm going to go ahead and log into my ChatGPT account. Now, if you're using the free version, you can still do this, whether you're on the free version or the paid version. Now, one thing I did notice today about ChatGPT is that they have something new called projects. I don't know how new this is, but it's new for me. So this is really cool. And I don't know if this is on just the paid version, but if you do have this, I would recommend go ahead and get started with organizing yourself. But if you don't want to do a project, you can just start a new chat here. I'll show you how to do that. You just click this pencil. And then what we can do is actually upload this PDF into the chat. And then that way we can ask any questions that we want. We can get support by uploading the blueprint right into ChatGPT. So I'm going to go ahead and do that here. And like I said, if you have any issues with uploading or downloading the PDF, you can also always copy and paste right into the prompt box here. So for the first prompt, let's say you'd like to come up with a name for your app. Maybe you don't have a name yet. You can say, please analyze this launch blueprint and give me 10 names for this app. Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple things you can do here. This is just one of them. I've definitely named things before off of what ChatGPT has offered. And I like to start with 5 or 10. That way you can look through, find something that you like. For me, I've already created the name for this, which is Alpha, but I just want to show you because now we're moving into branding, logo design, and all of that. Now, another thing you want to do is make sure that the PDF is actually being read. So when I look at these names, I can tell that ChatGPT is actually analyzing the correct PDF, because when I look at these names, I know that it must be referencing what I added here. But for the purpose of this training, I really want to get right into creating the landing page copy. Okay, so for that, we'll say you are an expert copywriter. If you know about prompting, sometimes it's good to give ChatGPT a role. You are an expert copywriter. Please help me build a landing page for this app concept. Okay, now you can say this landing page will be a waitlist with a hero section and a feature section. And we can just start with those two sections just to keep it simple. Okay. So that's our basic prompt. You can go more extensive if you want. You can add more details, but for the purpose of this training, we're just going to keep it simple. Okay, so now I have just some basic copy for the landing page. I have a headline, I have a sub-headline, I have a call to action, and then we have our feature section, which is going to be really, really helpful. Okay, so one more thing I'd like to do, and then after we're done here in ChatGPT, we are going to move right over to Softer and actually start building the landing page. So let's say you don't have a logo. You can actually use ChatGPT's AI image generation to create a simple logo. So I already have a logo for Alpha, but if you don't have a logo, I would build it right here in this conversation. So you can say, please create a simple, minimalist logo for this Alpha. Okay, now I say simple and minimalist because that's the style that I like. Of course, you can use any style that you like. You can even go further here and say, can you give me some ideas for what kind of logo I should use? Can you do some research? So you can do so much in this conversation. I'm really giving you the surface level. And the point here is to show you that you can take that app blueprint that I shared with you and upload it right into ChatGPT to actually create all types of brand assets, copy, articles, posts. There's so much you can do here, okay? So this is what it's giving me. And there's some things I could do here if I wanted to. If I like this logo, I could just download it. But if I download this, it's going to come up as a phone, and that's not what I want. So I might say something like, please give me the logo only and don't include the phone frame. Okay, now this is just me prompt engineering, but once you have the logo and you're happy with it, you can download it, and this is going to be very helpful for when we go build the landing page so that you actually have something to build. Now, one thing I want to encourage you to do is not get too caught up on the logo. Okay, so what I would actually do here as a shortcut is if I liked this logo, I would just screenshot it, because ChatGPT is actually, let me show you this. If you click on the image, we can look at the prompt and see how we can edit this prompt so that it's not coming up on an actual, phone. But when I look at the prompt, I don't see where it's, showing a phone. So I'm not sure why that's coming up, but that's okay. One shortcut I would do is actually just screenshot the logo. Okay, so if I like the logo, but I don't like the phone, I can just screenshot it, and now I have it. Okay, so that's all for part 2, where I'm basically showing you how to take your app blueprint, your app concept, turn it into a PDF, and then upload that PDF into ChatGPT to get whatever information you want. Coming up in part 3, we are going to actually go into Softer and start building the landing page for our app.